What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last episode, we began exploring the routes around Nimbasa City. First, Route 16, which led to a place called Lost Lorn Forest, where there is this very lonely old woman sequestered away in there. And then we made it out here to Route 5, where we ran into Charon, Elisa, and the champion of the Unova region, Alder, who gave Charon quite the lesson on points of view and perspective, which was interesting to see. Now, we have a lot of trainers to fight on this route, so let's begin by heading on up to this backpacker here. We're also going to be grabbing all the items around here as well. I do need to pull out my dowsing machine, which I will. But yeah, we're going to be going through all of these fights before we go catch up with Elisa and Charon, who are waiting at the checkpoint for the bridge so that we can cross it. I do believe it is a drawbridge, which means that it is raised at the moment, which means that we cannot go across it, if that makes sense. But that bridge is the only thing standing between us and Driftveil City, which is not only a very important place for a myriad of reasons, but it is also the site of the 5th gym, so that's pretty darn exciting. But let's just take all these trainers out systematically. Honestly, if I'm going to try to use Crush a little bit more proactively in here, since, you know, the more experience he gets, the better, honestly. I obviously don't want to overlevel him too much, but I am saving rare candies for him as well, because then I can just focus on using the rest of my team more. So let's just put him out in front. Why not? And I'm going to head on over this way, and let's battle this guy. We got Dark Grass here, too. Interesting. And I forgot to pull out my dowsing machine. Gosh dang it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'll backtrack through the grass. This is the only patch. These are the only patches of grass in the entire route anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Palpitoad. Interesting. Okay. I can't remember if Palpitoad has Water Absorb. I don't think it does. So I'm going to just use Aqua Jet here. And it doesn't, which is good. It's not like the some other water ground types, Quagsire and whatnot, so we're fine. Bubble Beam. It's going to do a little bit of damage, but it's not too bad. Oh, no, not the speed falling. Whatever will I do? Use a priority move? Of course I will. And down you go. So all that extra experience going to Crush is going to be huge. The more we can use him, the better. If we run into grass types, though, we got to switch. I don't care what type of grass type it is. Got to get out of there. Anyway, Revive. I mean, he might be able to tank like one powerful hit from a physical grass move, but that's about it. And then a Zinc, which increases special defenses. Can you guess who I'm going to give that to? I am going to give that to Crush, actually. That is a perfect fit for him. And actually, that is in the vitamins category. I forgot. So let's use that really quickly, because I know his special defense is already pretty boosted, but it's still his weakest stat. So we definitely still want to give that to him. Okay, Dowsing Machine. Sorry, gosh, I almost forgot to put that out. Let's just use that. Maybe there's no hidden items out here. I thought there were, but there doesn't seem to be anything down there. Oh, there is an item at the end, though, so let's go get that. Oh, no, I'm wasting all my Super Repel steps. That's okay, though, because I don't need it anymore. So, yeah, no hidden items. That's actually a shocker. I guess not. All right, so there's a Hyper Potion. Now we got a bunch of trainers to fight. Not every single person watching is a trainer, but most of them are, so... And I believe it all starts with this guy here, a Harlequin. Which we haven't seen one of these guys since Berg's Gym. But Whirlipede right off the bat here, which that I can probably handle with that poison and bug typing. Let's use Ancient Power and see how much this does. It's probably not going to be a ton, but it'll be something. Oh, those physical defenses, though, are just so nice. And there's not really much else Whirlipede could throw. That's still pretty good. I'll just finish off with a strength. Actually, I should have just used Aqua Jet. Why didn't I? Might as well. I don't know if Whirlipede's ability is Poison Point, though. I guess that's one thing to be scared of. But whatever, we took it down. Good experience. Next up is another Whirlipede. Okay, simple enough. Let's use Ancient Power again, and then finish it off with an Aqua Jet this time. Poison Tail. Please don't cause poisoning. I would very much appreciate that. Thank you. Luckily, Poison Tail does not have a super high poison rate. And actually... Oh, there we go. Yep, perfect. It's funny, Whirlipede, you don't even have a tail. It does have Poison Point. Son of a gun. Okay, well, at least we took it down, so we're not going to take any additional poison damage. I guess that's something to worry about when I run into more of these, but I don't think there's any more on this route, so I think we're fine. Let's see... No, I don't want to use Pecha Berry. I'm just going to use antidotes. I know I have a few of those. I'm going to hang on to that Castelia Cone as long as I can, though. I'd rather not use that. Because, you know, it's a novelty. I know it's a full heal, but I'd rather use actual full heals first. I think being able to make people smile is a super awesome talent. That's why Pokemon are so awesome, because they can make you smile. Street performers are my favorites. They're so charming. Pokemon and the performers all have amazing moves. How about you, sir? Hum fiercely, my battle song. Battle fiercely, my Pokemon. Can we do the Pokemon? You know, everybody Pokemon. No? I mean, you do kind of look like Weird Al. Your hair's not curly enough, but I could see it. I could see it if that's what he's based off of. Okay, Blitzel. This complicates things a little bit. I'm going to try an Aqua Jet. Let's see how much this does. And I'm going to hope that Crush can actually handle whatever this Blitzel throws it. Oh my gosh. Crush, you hit like a truck. Are you kidding me? A one-shot? Aqua Jet's only a base power of 40. Wow. Okay, that one actually survived. And they're just using Pursuit. Wow, that makes it even easier. I am genuinely shocked. That is some insane damage. Holy crap, for a move that should not be hitting hard. I'll take it. Why not? I will definitely take it. Wants to learn the move Smackdown. Okay, I'm going to be getting rid of Ancient Power for this, because Smackdown is a physical attack. It's not any stronger than Ancient Power, but that physical damage is huge. It also makes flying Pokemon fall to the ground when hit, which means that they are then capable of being hit by ground-type moves. Not that you necessarily need to do that, but Crush is going to eventually, I believe, or maybe not eventually. Oh, no. Crush can learn a couple ground moves through TM, excuse me. Battling you, I came to understand. You're the best. Here, this is for you. And he gives us the electric guitar. And that is a prop case item, by the way. If you want your Pokemon to hold this electric guitar, go to the musical theater. Cooler than cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Dancer time. Here we go. And I think we only have one more trainer after the fact, which is okay. Dancer Brian's got Darumakas. Well, I am definitely okay with using Crush for this part. I mean, why the heck not, right? We'll just use him as much as we can. So we get him that close to that level 37. I think we can get one more rare candy in an area close to Driftveil City. So once level 34 should be about the cutoff for Crush. And then we can go back to using everybody else, which is fine because actually the next gym is going to be another really good one for Arthur. Even better than the last gym was, as a matter of fact. So, boom. There we go. Get a Dancer Brian. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Are you going to give me anything? No. What about you? Hi, trader. Let me turn you into a work of art. Now we got an artist. So I love that they got all these different performers. One guy that like paints everybody, another one that's playing the guitar. We got dancers. I mean, it's honestly very much like a, street performers in an urban town. The funny thing is, though, is that this route does not feel very urban, if that makes sense. It actually feels like, I know there's a big drawbridge here, but aside from that, can't really say it feels that way. That is a lot of damage, and now let's priority move you. Goodness, Crush, you are really holding your own. This might honestly be one of our strongest Pokemon. I am so lucky I got the Careful Nature. It is the best nature in the game. It seriously is. For this Pokemon, one of the few that benefits from a nature that doesn't either boost speed or attack, honestly. But with all that said, this way. I mean, I guess most super slow Pokemon don't benefit from those types of natures, but now to contact him. Well, it's me, Elisa. Please lower the drawbridge. I have a couple of trainers here who want to challenge you. Okay, thanks. Now watch this. Now that is just beautiful in the evening. Oh my goodness, I love it. So cool. I have a TV gig, so I've got to go. The gym leader of the next town may take some getting used to. Do your best, both of you. What I am is a trainer. I prove I'm right by getting stronger and winning in battle, even against the champion. Sounds like you're talking to yourself about this, Charon, like convincing yourself more than you're convincing me, but whatever. Welcome, everybody, to the Driftveil Drawbridge. Now, there are no trainers on this route, but there is some interesting quirk about this place. Right there. You see this? This is a shadow. If you walk over it, one of two things will happen. One of those is that you will get a wing. Wings are basically the weakest EV items in the game. So, for instance, and I hear another one somewhere. I don't know actually where it is. Oh, it's right there. It's kind of in the shadow. There we go. Wings give a Pokemon exactly 1 EV point. Contrasting that to things like proteins, iron, zincs, and all those sorts of things, they give you 10 EV points. So you need to get 10 wings of one type for it to be as good as a protein or whatnot, a vitamin. However, the other possibility when you step into the shadows is this Pokemon, Ducklet. Let's talk about it for a second. Ducklet is a water and flying type Pokemon that evolves into Swanna at level 35. This is a fairly balanced, offensively focused dual type Pokemon that gains a pretty decent learn set just from leveling up, but its very poor defensive stats really kind of kill any novelty this Pokemon could have. Water types are certainly limited early in the game, which is why you might be tempted to add this to your team, but of all the water types we've had the ability to add to our team thus far, including Panpour, this is probably the worst option. If you must have one earlier on in the game, I highly recommend either picking Oshawott at the beginning or just going with Turtwig, as the Ducklet line just does a lot of good things but with very poor execution. Pelipper, this line ain't. And now we may proceed. So let's get all the way to the end of this. I'm not going to stop in any more shadows if I can help it. I'll just avoid them. The wings really aren't worth it. In fact, the best wings you can get aren't the status ones, but actually pretty wings, which are the only ones that do not boost stats, but they actually sell for an okay amount. Not a ton of money, but it's at least, you know, something worth selling. It's like 500 or something along those lines. Anyways, welcome everybody to Driftveil City, our next stop in this Pokemon adventure, and this is a pretty darn cool town. Let's take a look at this. Welcome to Driftveil City. Okay, what even is that a picture of, or a statue of? I have no idea, but we're just going to cross this bridge here and make it to the greater part of town and see what's going on. So you're the trainers Elisa was talking about, huh? I'm Clay. I'm the gym leader around these parts. Don't be expecting no welcome now, because when we lowered that bridge, the Team Plasma guys we caught done escaped in all a ruckus. What a bother. We're grateful that you lowered the bridge, but how is it our fault that they escaped? You can say whatever you want, but what's important is y'all showed up and then Team Plasma escaped. Causation, correlation, I don't give a fuck. Maybe it's a little heavy-handed, but you ought to start looking for Team Plasma too. You're both talented trainers, aren't you? Tell you what, if you find Team Plasma, I'll let you challenge my gym. Life's all about give and take. And all I'm doing is taking, because y'all ain't done shit, but whatever. Well, I suppose that's fair. It's really not, Charon, but whatever. But really, we would have looked for Team Plasma if he hadn't asked. I get stronger while beating that bothersome bunch. You know, that is a good point, though. We definitely would have done that whether or not it was asked of us. Anyways, we will be going after Team Plasma, but I think we'll be doing that in the next episode. To start things off, I'm going to be hitting up the Pokemon Center. Now, I don't think there's a technical machine shop in here, but I am going to check anyway. And they just have Pokeballs here. Nest, Net, and Dusk Balls. If there were Quick Balls here, I would definitely buy those, but there are not. So I am going to hit up this and heal up really quickly. And then we're going to take a look around town. There's a few things I'm going to stop at as we go. And we're going to be mentioning all sorts of stuff. Because this is actually a pretty busy place. It's actually busier in the sequel, but in this game, it's still got a little bit going on. Now, actually, I'm going to pull out the dowsing machine for this because it is necessary. First things first, though, let's enter this house here. Hello, is this the one I'm thinking of? I'm grateful that you called me all this way. Are you a trainer? Ooh, you have a Pokedex. It's so marvelous. I wonder if you'd please do me a favor. Yes. I would like to see a Pokemon that has learned a move called Grass Knot. To be clear, that's Grass Knot. Please show it to me today. So this lady basically expects Pokemon meeting different conditions every single day, and she will actually give you a reward for doing so. Now, we do have the Grass Knot TM. I'm going to see who I can teach it to. Okay, I can teach it to Patrat, and that is what I was thinking. Perfect. So let's show her Patrat, our little scapegoat this entire adventure. And there we go. We get a heart scale for our troubles. Heart scales are items that are necessary for the move relearner, whom we have not met yet, but we will be meeting relatively soon. If you ever want your Pokemon to learn a move that has been replaced that they learned by leveling up, you give them the heart scale, and this is one way of getting repeated heart scales over and over and over. So that is something worth getting. Anyways, back to the dowsing machine. That was the only thing I wanted to check out in there. Let's check some of these other houses, though. There are a couple of other things worth doing really quickly. Let's see. They're a Pokemon that evolve and they're traded. Awesome, but why do they evolve? Is it you? No, it's you. Oh, never mind. I thought it was in this house because of the guy mentioning trades. Maybe it's the house next door. One of these houses has a trainer that will trade you Pokemon. Yahoo! You have a Pokedex. How many Pokemon have you found? You found 50 or more. Now we're talking. This is for you. We get a Shell Bell. Shell Bell is basically worse leftovers. Pokemon holding a Shell Bell recovers its HP a little bit if it inflicts damage during a battle, so it's more conditional. Leftovers heals a Pokemon every battle regardless of what happens, or every turn, excuse me, regardless of what happens. Shell Bell requires you to do damage, and I think it actually does less health. I don't remember, though. Hey, let's jump on this. We'll trade my Basculin with your Minccino. I am not going to be doing this, but if you ever want to get a traded Basculin, this is your chance to do it. Honestly, Minccino, not a super bad trade. Basculin is not all that great of a Pokemon, but Minccino might be actually a little bit worse. So that is something you could probably jump on. It might be worth doing. Hey, Professor gave you a Pokemon to start your journey, right? If that Pokemon is still with you, and if you two have a strong bond, there's a special move it can learn. Want me to teach it a battle combo move? Let's say yes. And we're going to take a look at this. So I'm going to say yes to Arthur. And then this is what's going to happen. So I'm going to say, want to learn a move, delete a move, whatnot. Okay, let's take a look. Grass Pledge. A column of grass hits opposing Pokemon. When used with its water equivalent, its damage increases into a vast swamp. This is a double or triple battle move through and through. By itself, it's just okay, but if you can combine it with Water Pledge, it's very good. The problem with that is that you need to have traded for a Pokemon that can actually do that, aka Oshawott. Now, when you get the National Dex, this can also be taught to any starter from any region, but I don't think it's really it's good enough to get just because it increases up to 100 damage in that specific scenario. I honestly can't justify getting it. And I believe that's everything to get in the houses. Now we're going to take a look at the market over here. So let's head on inside. This is where the dowsing machine, I think, comes in handy, actually, indeed. We got one item here, a heart scale. Another one, thank you. Is there another hidden item in here? I thought there was, but maybe there isn't. All right, let's take a look at all the vendors. First things first, you. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm all sold out. That Charles guy brought everything I had. Well, what the heck? Who is Charles? Exactly. Goods carried away from Driftveil arrive in a town somewhere else. The other world is connected. This lady. This is straight from the farm. Moo Milk. 1 bottle for 500. Would you like some for your trip? Now, here's the best part about this. You can buy them in dozens, which is going to cost you a, what is that, 6,000, I believe? Pretty darn good deal, though. Moo Milk's heal for 100 HP, and I will happily add that to my list of healing items I've had thus far. This lady is going to sell us medicinal herbs. Well, I guess her husband is, but she just mentions them. So medicinal herbs are... they're complicated. So heal powder, this is basically a full heal. Energy powder, 50 points of HP. It's basically a super potion. Energy root, 200 HP. So a little bit cheaper than a hyper potion if you notice, although I think this is the same. No, actually it's a little cheaper than a super potion. Revival herb, a very bitter medicinal herb. It revives a fainted Pokemon, fully restoring its HP. This is a straight up max revive that you can buy. You can't buy max revives normally. Now what's the catch to all this? Herbs reduce the happiness value of your Pokemon, which is oftentimes negligible. I mean, if you're really not worried about like evolving a Pokemon with happiness and you don't have moves like return and things like that, it really doesn't matter all that much. At least not at this point in the games. A little bit later on, it's a bit more different because I believe starting with Generation 6, they started adding little quirks with your Pokemon where if the happiness value is high enough, they will do things like survive with 1 HP and straight up avoid hits randomly and also get critical hits more frequently and things along those lines. And you need to have maxed happiness to do that. So these were a lot more punishing when that was implemented. Right now, honestly, they're fine, and I would recommend buying some of them because they can get the job done. But if you are at all invested in the happiness values of your Pokemon, do not buy these because the more potent they are, Revival Herb being the worst at this, the more they reduce the happiness value. Now, you, glad you came. You want something good? Yes. Thanks. Show me a Pokemon level 30 or more. Oh, strong. You, great. Take this. And we get ourselves an Expert Belt. This is a held item that slightly increases the damage of super effective moves. We're going to want to put that on a Pokemon that has a lot of type variety. And don't you worry, we will in due time. Now, I'm going to go around here really quickly because there is an item here in the back storage area. A big pearl, which sells for quite a bit. Thank you. And now, the last thing we're going to do in this episode is talk to this guy. His name is Charles. He is a Heartbreaker. I'm a Heartbreaker. My name is Charles. I wanted to get the attention of a girl I like, so I learned a new style of Pokemon battling. Its name, Triple Battle. Do you want to learn about it? In Triple Battles, you send out 3 Pokemon at a time in battle. Rules are simple. Just make all of your Pokemon's fate. Or opponent's Pokemon fate, sorry. Sorry. Bought all that weed at the market, and I'm a little out of it right now. And that's a rough explanation of Triple Battles. I'm a Heartbreaker. My name is Charles. Wow, I'm high as shit. Anyway, how about a Triple Battle? You got a good attitude, don't you? I'm a Heartbreaker. My name is Charles. Always at full throttle. Gosh, that voice hurts to do. Okay, so this is one of the other reasons that I really like Pokemon White. Between Pokemon White and Pokemon Black, Charles is going to have different types of battles. In Pokemon Black, you got rotation battles. In Pokemon White, you got triple battles. Triple battles are better because they're simpler. I don't like rotation battles very much. Rotation battles are basically one-on-one fights, except there is the possibility of rotating your Pokemon in front or behind in the middle of battle, essentially. And I do not like that I have Marty in this fight, but whatever. So yeah, every turn they can choose to either fight with the Pokemon that is facing the opposing Pokemon, or you can choose to rotate and then choose a move of that Pokemon. The Pokemon will switch, then use the move, and you're trying to constantly gauge how your opponent switches and rotates Pokemon. This is a total crapshoot. It adds even more RNG to an already RNG-based Pokemon battling system, and I don't like it. Triple battles, much more straightforward, much more simple, and they do actually have some pretty interesting strategies to them. So obviously the big strategy with triple battles is that the Pokemon on the left can only attack the left and middle Pokemon. The one on the right can only attack the right and middle one. Only your middle Pokemon can attack all three. So again, I don't like that Marty is in here, and actually what I'm going to do, well, I do want to get rid of that Basculin, which I think I am going to do, and then I think I will use Air Cutter on the both of you. So let's get you with an Aqua Jet really quickly. Get a little bit of extra damage in there. Maybe we can take out that Crocodile with Air Cutter. Basculin will definitely go down to this. And then Zebstrika and Crush, Marty and Crush are going to have to do most of the rest of it. Okay, so never mind then. Flame Charge, what are you using it on? My Zebstrika. I was expecting an electric move on Crush, but no. Anyways, Air Cutter. This might finish both of them off. It does. Okay, perfect. So down they both go. Now let's get rid of that Zebstrika with mine and Crush, like I said. And what I think I'll do is just use... Well, I guess I could just stick with Aqua Jet. Nice little bit of experience too, though. And so triple battles are only ever situational. And what's also nice about them is you're never going to run into instances like in Emerald where, you know, you see two trainers and then a double battle happens. No, that's not how this works. Instead, the way it works is every single time, and it looks... I'm just going to use Tailwind here. Actually, let me use... Well, I'll use Tailwind, yeah. Every single time a triple battle is going to happen, you are going to be warned by the trainer that you are about to do a triple battle. So you never have to do one. I guess that is the one benefit to having Marty here. Cool. Anyway, yeah, you never have to do a triple battle unprovoked. There are a couple more instances where you're going to run into those, but otherwise, you're fine. So Tailwind is now in effect. We should be good. Let me use... I guess I'll use Crunch for this one, and then let me also use... I guess I can't use electrical moves, and then I'll also finish this off with a Light Screen. Just for a little bit of extra defense, just in case that Zebstrika decides to throw electric attacks at us. And I also do believe that triple battles are repeatable each day, wherever you find them. I think that's true. I don't know if this guy is, but there are other ones that come in the future that I know for a fact are, so... But... So yeah, don't quote me on that they're all like that, but I think some of them are. Anyways, we should be able to priority this guy out of here, especially now that the defense is lowered. It was a little bit slow at the end there. Also, I'll just quick attack as well. Why not? And then you can just Air Cutter, even though you're not going to get the attack off. Because this thing will be dead before you even have the chance. And there we go. Everyone gets a little bit of experience. Perfect. I'm a Heartbreaker. My name, Charles. Sheesh, that's embarrassing. Getting schooled when I was planning to teach. Still, you have potential. You have to understand your Pokemon to win in a triple battle. If you want more triple battles, you should go to Appaloosa City. This voice is horrible. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon White. I hope you all enjoyed it very much. In the next episode, we are going to be searching high and low for Team Plasma and seeing where they ran off to, somewhere in all the commotion. There is actually a whole other portion of the city that we have not yet explored, and it's actually south beyond this fence. So we're going to be starting by looking on over that way and maybe seeing if we can come up with something. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.